Hi, I'm Alexandra Semi, and welcome to Buckingham News at 5. Aylesbury Vale District Council is to close its offices in Buckingham and Winslow. The decision was taken at a meeting of the AVDC Cabinet at the beginning of the week following a customer service report. 2 weeks ago, Buckingham News brought you details of the potential closures. Jolly has the latest update.
Here at the Gateway, AVDC councillors are attending a cabinet meeting to discuss reversing the decision to close the area offices. We gained exclusive access. The majority of the councillors on the cabinet meeting panel agreed with the findings of the report. By the end of the meeting, the panel had decided to close the offices.
The current face-to-face contact at the Winslow and Buckingham area offices be ceased.
Councillor Pam Pearce, who presented the report, was in favour of the closures.
I think it's sad, and I think there's lots of people who will believe that it's sad, but the world has moved on.
There are fears that the creeping financial cuts will have a knock-on effect on local council services, which are essential to vulnerable members of the community.
I represent over nearly 3,000 people on the district, and I represent close to nearly 8,000 people on the Bucks County Council, and I represent close to 2,000 people on the town council, and I get 2.5 minutes to try and put my story out. Many of the things I couldn't repeat what was said earlier, because that would have been silly. I was trying to make them see the logic of their argument. So I represent those amount of people who have trusted me to defend them. I asked for this decision to be called in. I sought a cross-party approach on it. I think it's quite telling when politicians of different persuasions are agreed on something and the cabinet is disagreeing with that.
This evening, the District Council claimed they found a way to cut spending by closing the area offices. However, the effects of these closures have yet to be seen. I'm Jala Kader for Buckingham News.
Once upon a time, events at the Tanlaw Mill on a Wednesday and a Friday attracted more tumbleweed than punters. But recently, more and more students at the University of Buckingham have been attending student union parties. Is it the prices, the music, or the opportunity to see a drunken lecturer catch a last pint before bedtime? Whatever the reason, UCATOTA went to investigate why SU events are more popular than ever.
This time, student union parties have been very successful. The SU have laid on themes, parties, and a range of DJs for students here at Buckingham.
Damian Wilson hopes of increasing the number of students coming to the OTM.
Making it even more fun. Give you a reason to come out. Freshers events, we had a lot of freshers actually give us feedback and say that they enjoyed the events. The party was awesome. I think having a new group of students come in and really feel that the events are going well is important for the SU.
Students seem satisfied with this time SU parties and the promotional efforts.
The OTM parties have improved because the theme has got better. We have better themes compared to last year.
Since the term started, the parties have gotten a lot better here at the SU.
People are here having a good time, so the more people that come, the better.
One good thing is also the price of the alcohol. Before the beer was around £3, £2.50, and now it's only £2 for 1 pint. So I got a bigger budget, I can drink more, and more people are coming.
With this new formula for partying success, the SU hopes that today's Valentine's party will be one of the best parties it has laid on.
This is UCATOTA, Buckingham News.
As we reported in Buckingham News last term, several small traders in town feared that their businesses were being threatened by Waitrose's decision to offer free coffee at their store in Meadow Walk. Now, one town centre businessman has taken action by forming an association that he hopes will help to level the odds in what he sees as a David and Goliath struggle. Manguizuo has this report from the front line of the Latte War.
Gary Sutherland, the owner of the Gelateria Gazelle, created an association of independent coffee vendors to help the small coffee shops in the struggle against the retail giants. The group aims to give members collective purchasing power and better deals from suppliers. The most controversial issue is the ongoing coffee promotion at Waitrose. Mr. Sutherland has threatened to involve the Office of Fair Trading to end what he sees as unfair competition.
What we have to do is we have to build a groundswell of good. So I have to use my contacts to get my name out there and get members to join. Once we have sufficient membership, then we can start saying, hey, look, we've got 100, 200, 300 businesses here. We can start a lobbying against these sort of practices.
Local fair trade coffee shop Guile and Gamble explained why it felt it did not have to join the AICV.
From our point of view, we've not noticed a huge difference, but we are a different sort of coffee shop to the Gelasteria and other coffee places in town. Our products are more about learning about what it is and where it comes from, whereas getting it from a machine is about having a coffee that you need. It's a caffeine delivery system rather than a sensory experience.
With the threat of a rising hegemony looming over small businesses' heads, the AICV may set a precedent for their survival in this industry. This is Mo Huizhou, Buckingham News.
In other news, Buckingham is soon to have its 5th supermarket store, with the Sainsbury's local set to be built on Chandos Road. UK and Maine, the company behind the development, are eager to invest in Buckingham and create new jobs for local people. Although support has been encouraging from local residents, some question whether Buckingham really needs another large food retail when it already has 4. The University of Buckingham has a new anti-harassment scheme in place, available to both staff and students.
They can find out about the scheme either through the intranet under the Life section, or for staff under the HR section of the intranet, which gives clear guidance on how the network operates.
The Buckingham Town Plan was thrown into disarray at the last minute after Radcliffe-cum-Shackmore Parish Council withdrew its agreement with Buckingham Town Council over the planned relief road for the A421 at Tinchwick. A petition signed by just 30 out of its 180 residents has effectively caused a 6-month delay on the plan, which was approved by Aylesbury Vale District Council last year. February 14th is Valentine's Day. Here in the UK, it's all about soppy sonnets, red roses, and if you're lucky, a nice box of chocolates. It's different elsewhere. Valentine's in Korea, for example, is still all about that loving feeling. But in a country known only in the West for pickled cabbage, dog soup, and second division mobile phones, matters of the heart can take on a different complexion. Meg Pettit explains.
For some, Valentine's Day can be a day to dread if you're not in a relationship. If you're single, you can't join in on sending cards or hope to receive a box of chocolates, or even a link to a YouTube poem.
But in South Korea, there's a day to celebrate being single.
On Valentine's Day, women traditionally give their partners gifts in Japan and Korea. The 14th of March is called White Day. On this day, men give their partners treats which are white in colour. Very often these treats will be white marshmallows or cakes covered in white icing. The 14th of April is called Black Day and is a day when all singletons can celebrate being single. It is called Black Day as single people meet up and eat black bean noodles together. Some of the students here at the University of Buckingham spoke to Buckingham News about these traditions.
From my past experiences, I found it traditional in Korea that on the 14th of February, like different to England, in England the male give the gifts and chocolates or roses, whatever, to the female. But in my experiences, on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, the females give the gifts to the males.
Oh, I think it's very commercial thing. They just made it for to raise money by selling the products related to the day.
What I understand about it, I think it's a great idea that there's a female counterpart to giving. Like it counteracts Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day is puts a lot of pressure on the male to do something nice for the female.
It's originally for boyfriend or girlfriend, but now we give chocolate to our friends a lot.
So if you know that Valentine's Day is couple-centric, why not try a different cultural take and celebrate your singledom with black bean noodles? This is Meg Pettit, Buckingham News.
And now to sports with Alex Biddle.
Thank you, Alexandra. Over the past year, the boxing club has evolved from being a brief idea into one of the most efficient clubs within the university. But why are so many students wanting to don the boxing gloves? Stefan Regulus has the story.
Every Tuesday and Thursday, the boxing club meets here at the OTM to work on fitness and on technique. With the boxing club 1 year old, more and more students are interested in joining. The success of the boxing club is due to the different types of coaching that suits both beginners and experienced boxers. Students have the chance to work on a number of different aspects of boxing, whether it is bag work or footwork. Students also find it attractive as it doesn't get crowded and they are able to work on their skills in small groups or one-on-one with coach Tobias Morris, who is extremely pleased with how the club has evolved.
Yeah, club's been going about a year now. You know, we've progressed, we've got all new equipment. It's starting to really take shape now. We've got some good boxers coming through, constantly trying to get new equipment and expand the club. We're looking at getting a girls' club going soon. But yeah, it's just really good how far we've come so far.
We also asked Tobias about his amateur fighting career so far.
Yeah, I had success with my last 3 fights. I won them, but then the last fight I had, I lost. I put it down to I cut too much weight to make 75 kilos, and I just felt exhausted. The day before I was running, but it's just the way it goes.
If you're interested in joining the boxing club, you can talk to Callum Roberts, the sports officer in the sports office. This is Stefan Regulus for Buckingham News.
The sport futsal has become increasingly popular in Europe amongst both men and young children. With many deciding to swap Sunday League football for the leisure centre, the university have decided to follow suit, adding a bit of South American flair to their sports programme. Johnny Lee has the story.
Students now can take part in the sport that has taken over university sport in the UK, but why the participation level are so high?
Futsal, a high-paced, energetic, fast-flowing games allow players to be at their most creative by showing their attacking flair. With professional leagues across the world, futsal has now taken over university sport across the UK, with many universities giving the students the chance to play competitively, one of which is the University of Buckingham. The rules are very similar to regular football, apart from the ball is smaller. There are 2 teams of 5, one of whom is a goalkeeper. Callum Roberts believes that futsal is attractive to majority of footballers at the university.
Very popular game around the rest of the world and quickly growing in the UK. So with the large proportion of international students at the university, it obviously made sense to offer them something that they would recognise from home.
Callum Roberts also looking for students to help run futsal.
I'm going to start to work closely with the Berks and Bucks FA, who are the local governing body for football in the area, to see how we can better develop futsal at the university. And obviously I want the students to be involved in that. So if you do have a passion for futsal or football in general and you'd like to get involved, please get in touch with me in the sports office.
If you're interested in taking part, come to the Buckingham School on Wednesday between 8 PM and 10 PM. Contact Sport Office for more information. This is Johnny Lee from Buckingham News.
And back to the studio.
Now, Valentine's Day is all well and good if you're part of a smug, loved-up couple. So what do singletons do? Jessica Rusher went to find out how single people fare on the supposedly most romantic day of the year.
Known as the antidote to Valentine's Day, Satisfied Staying Single Day is a chance for those without another half to celebrate their freedom.
Being single has not always been seen as such a great thing, with films and media usually offering less than flattering images of single people. But the newly founded Singles Day hopes to change these negative attitudes. According to its founders, Thomas and Ruth Ray of Wellcat.com, the day is less about chasing a dream of happily ever after and more about living life in the moment. We asked students at the University of Buckingham their thoughts on the single life.
So what is the best thing about being single?
It provides me with the wealth of time to study.
Not having to share food.
The best thing about being single for me is having no responsibilities and not being committed.
I'd say independence. You can plan your week around yourself rather than around your BF or GF. You can wear crazy jumpers and not worry about being judged for not being good looking enough.
To pretend you actually care about Valentine's Day.
The best thing about being single is just the freedom that it provides you with, really, to just be able to do everything that you want to do.
So, Satisfied Staying Single Day may not be as well known as Valentine's Day, but it's clear that there's certainly a lot to celebrate. This is Jess Rusher reporting for Buckingham News.
Thank you for watching Buckingham News. Have a great evening.